Aquarius, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's a message for Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising sign. And this is an energy reading, Aquarius, so please take it where and how it resonates with you. It's your message. And if you're not an Aquarius, but this popped up in your feed, it's definitely your message. There's something here that you need to hear, and it found you at just the right time. You call it into you. And this is where your message begins. Aquarius, I think you're getting real raw and honest with yourself, and you're just kind of like saying, yep, I'm under, yep, that's what I feel, that's what I want, that's who I am. And regardless, there could be something that you're stuck on, that you're kind of a little bit obsessed with, that you don't want to let go, that you keep giving a second chance repeatedly because you have so much confidence, but there is a toxicity here. Let me explain what I mean. We have this card. It's the Devil card, and that is toxicity. It's toxic connectivity. It's when you're chained. It's like being chained to something. Excuse me. A lot of times, this is an addiction card, or just an obligation, say debt or something that could be happening to you. The King of Wands is Leo energy. It's somebody who's very charismatic and out in front and very admired and seen and noted and known for what they are capable of. They're very creative leadership, creative freedom in a lot of ways, but very singularly focused. And then we have very content and very happy. With the Devil energy, it's almost like you're content and happy, but also stuck for some reason. So in some ways, there is kind of now an obsession with regards to feeling like I have to do this. I have to get this done. And a lot of times, Aquarius, you can fall prey to that kind of thinking because you are ruled by Saturn. And it's like the tougher or more difficult something is, the more you want to grind on it, the more you want to grind it down, or you can become very obsessive and marry all of your self-worth to being able to your passions, to your causes, or what you feel really strongly about. So there is this beautiful energy of almost obsessive commitment to a purpose. Now that can be very productive, because now we have the Fool card. The energy that lands on top is releasing, letting go, moving forward, figuring out a way to leave all of that behind. The Nine of Cups implies that there's self-acceptance here. So it's almost like maybe you have had to accept that somebody is who they are. They is who they is, and that's all they're ever going to be. And now there's just this energy of being able to let go. So let me say this. You are finally free of a toxic obsession that you put too much focus on. It was for all the right reasons, but it's almost like if the quote, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I think that's what you had. You had very good intentions, but now it's becoming an obsession for you. So God wants you to realize this, wants you to kind of back up for a second and realize the reasons why you started out doing it are not the reasons that it has become. You've become kind of stuck in it and angry at it and trying to control it, or letting it control you, as opposed to when you were really just happy and free to walk into the situation. So there is an energy of wake up and realize that you're not doing it for the reasons you started out doing it, and you might want to pull back. But let's see, we've got to get more cards. Remember, guys, to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. Select all notifications so you know when I go live. All notifications is the only, I do free public tarot card readings here. This is the only place. And so if you want to get notified, subscribe and ring that bell. And then if you want a personal reading, I do provide those. I don't have many time slots available anymore because I have a full-time job, but definitely go to www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com and you can book and schedule at your leisure. So So which direction are we headed here? I'd like to know. So there's a lot of opportunities and generosity. There's a lot of charity. It's almost like you're opening doors for people, or doors are opening for yourself. I think you've gained a lot of support. Now that could be one of the reasons why you're obsessed, because you know this has gained you attention, affection, and support. And so there may be a warning of it's kind of a pitfall now. It's kind of something that, or maybe even you're feeling stuck in it. You're like, I don't want to be the poster child for this anymore. I don't want to be stuck in it. I don't want to be chained to it. I want to really believe in it, or I want to be able to move on from it. That's that Uranian energy starting to stir inside of you. I don't want to be pigeonholed. I don't want to be stuck where everybody expects me to be. I don't want this. And so then we have being impulsive, running into something, or being like heroic, or being the hero. And then we have the Seven of Swords. So being stolen from, being drained, being taken advantage of. And then the Six, you're being taken advantage of by your memories of a person or a thing, as opposed to what they really are. And so 100%. So it's almost like you remember this person. It's like the memories of this person are what you acted upon. And that's why you were so generous. And you walked into this with a very pure heart and happy and a lot of confidence. Happy birthday, Doug Denny. And now it seems like you may be getting stuck in something. So God wants you to be aware that maybe pride has taken over, maybe fear has set in, but it's definitely becoming like obsessive, and it's got more control over you now than you do it. And this is a good time to stop. It's a good time to pull away. The energy of the eclipse will enable you to move on, move away, back away from, and step off, because ultimately there's 6-6 here, so it could very well be a romantic connection, or like doing it for the idealism, doing it because you believed in the ideal, not necessarily because you saw very clearly about what you were dealing with, but you're definitely looking back, and that's what's taking advantage of you. It's stealing, it's draining you, because it continues to get at those opportunities, or depend on you generating these opportunities. That's really interesting. Let's get a moon card. Oh, we got something. See, so this happened in the past and something didn't change. And I think what God is trying to say through those messages is something still hasn't changed. There's still that sense of awkward, I don't know if it's awkwardness or adjustments are required, but they haven't been made. They're still required. Like, what were the judgments that were what was supposed to change when, after all of this stuff went down, and it still hasn't changed? Somebody hasn't changed their spots. I can tell you that right now. And I think you're very, very, like, I was going to say gullible came up to my mind, because somebody's playing on your ideals. We have don't let pride get in your way, so that you understand it. So you're able to admit, oh, I acted upon maybe arrogance, or I'm acting upon, I've got to prove myself to somebody, or I'm acting upon, well, I said I do it, so I'm going to do it. But that's not really integrity. It's not integrity. I'm just going to let you know that. And then we have take time to breathe out. So give yourself a pause. I know that sounds crazy, right? But you are an air sign, and you are a fixed air sign. So you really need stability. So think about meditation as that stability. It is the most beautiful and productive way to use air as a grounding mechanism. Meditation will help you. I don't care if it's for 30 seconds. I don't care if it's for 5, but take a breath. It sounds silly and trife, it sounds silly, but when God tells you just pause, before you take any action, before you rush into something, this time around, stop, breathe in, and breathe out and allow yourself to pause just for a second. That's going to get some oxygen into your brain and shake you awake in a way that I think you've been so busy or so after it. It's almost like the devil at your heels, the devil at your heels. It's like you feel like you have to keep up because it's chasing you. So it's time for you to take a breather, and it's time for you to say, I can't keep doing this. Please write that down. Aquarius, it's time for you to say, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep setting this pace. I can't keep tearing it up this way. I need a break, not just a vacation, but I actually need to switch it up. I need to switch up how I've been going about this because I can't keep this rate up. And you can't. So it's time for a break. And pride would keep you in there. It would keep you in there and you would be getting drained because somebody is definitely taking advantage. I don't know who this somebody is. You probably do. Maybe it's somebody's, I don't know. Who might be the Seven of Swords? That's a good question to ask. Who might be the Seven of Swords? So the Judgment card, somebody who's very loud, somebody who selects you or chooses you, or who is the Seven of Swords? It says it could be God, God's self. Like happy, I love 1111. It could be God. It could be God that's basically undermining you. So you just sit the fuck down and wait a second. But it's almost like a judgment is made in your favor. It's almost like public. It's almost like public appeal. I want to announce everything to the public. Stop. And then we have Queen of Swords. It is definitely time. It is definitely time to move forward. This is your energy. This is about a clear thought. So a decision is going to be made, Aquarius. A decision is going to be made to take that route forward or which direction to go. There's some sort of clarity in this process. And then we have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is about taking your time to see how you feel about something. It's like you decided to, but it's weird, right? It's like a decision is made and you know you have to do it, but you in some ways don't want to consider it. Why? See, that's fear. You are stuck for some reason. What do you think you're going to lose? You're going to think you lose. You're not going to lose all you've gained. If you lose anything at all, it's stuff that you hadn't really gained. It was almost like just stuff that you hadn't earned. It just came to you. So okay. We got to dig a little bit deeper. Let's understand this a little bit better. What's this all about? What's this all about? I don't know. We have to be fair. So it has to do with evening things out. It has to do with justice. It has to do with Libra. It has to do with equality, and partnership. So you want to be fair. And you want to be sure that justice is served. This is you. But it's almost like, and then we have clean it up. To be fair, something has to be cleaned up or something has to be fixed. Somebody owes you something. Oh, somebody owes you something. And you refuse to give up the pursuit of it. I think what God's trying to say is your pursuit of it degrading you to a point where you're going to actually lose more than you could ever win? Right? And it's a good question, but you're like, no, I got to clean this shit up. I actually need to make sure that this gets fixed. I'm not really, maybe you're not sure of the next way to, no, I don't want to say that because you are sure. You're sure that you have to proceed because you want to fix something, or you want to make sure that something gets fixed, or that there's retribution here. Ooh, okay. Maybe that's what the devil is. The devil's like, I don't give a shit, right? Right. I'm going to get my retribution, right? It's almost like, I don't know. Let's get it. This just got a little juicy. What's going on? There hasn't been word. There's still indecisiveness and indecision. Like by the end of this week, you're still not going to have an answer. There's some sort of judgment that's already been made in terms of something that inspired you to get going. But there's maybe a decision that you're waiting for or information that you still need. By the new moon, there's an energy here of feeling really stuck and heavy in the indecision. So it's by the new moon, you're still going to not be able to make up your mind or not be able to decide something. And then we have the Scorpio energy, and the Scorpio energy is all about insistence. It's all about not giving up. It's all about obsessiveness. It's almost like there's an ending to the indecisiveness. Okay, how does that ending come? There's an ending to the indecisiveness because this is extreme, right? Okay, there's an offer of love that's worrisome. So it's almost like somebody wants to compromise. Somebody wants to come in and try to heal all the egregious suffering that they caused somebody else. So there is going to be a conclusion with that situation. And the Fool card is here because somebody wants to be let go. Somebody wants to be liberated. So it's almost like what's going to be offered is a hand. Happy birthday, Doug Denny. A hand of love. Something that comes in that lets you not worry anymore because God knows you have been worried. Maybe you haven't heard from somebody in a long time. If so, you will be hearing from them. Maybe you didn't know how somebody felt. If so, you'll be relieved. I don't know what you want, but you're relieved. You're about to be relieved of what's been ailing you and keeping you up at night and hurting you. You're about to be relieved by this gift from God, which says, I free you from it. So it could be, if it's love, it's almost like I think another love comes in so that you're liberated from the stress or from the chains that you were stuck with. It's almost like whatever this not hearing, right? No words or no information coming in, that comes to an end. It may not come to an end by the person that inflicted it upon you, but it comes to an end by this new offer of caring and concern that you should trust and you should take, because honestly, Aquarius, it's your ticket out. And what you need is a ticket out. Let's get deeper into this. The link is down below.